Hello SEO Nation! Welcome back to Dark Marketing. I'm your host Big Dom, and this is not going to be a tutorial video but rather an announcement video, because many of you have been asking me where do I get lists for GSA website contact, and you've been leaving requests in the comments, and some of you have been reaching out to me through my websites or chat apps. So as I indicated, I've been developing a system to put together my own high-quality lists that I'm now going to make available for everyone from darkmarketing.biz website. Let's take a quick look. Now guys, if you head over to darkmarketing.biz, you'll see I have the GSA website contact lists now available. So when you go to this page, let's just give you a little background on what I'm going to be offering. Basically, you will get 1 million contact form verified list every month, okay? And those lists will not contain duplicates month to month. So you will be able to rest assured that every time you get a new list, that gradually over time you're not going to be seeing the same contact form addresses coming up again, because there's a lot involved with managing your list effectively so you don't run the same campaigns twice to the same person. Now, once you use a list for a particular campaign or your own website or business interest, that doesn't mean that that list is now completely useless. In fact, it's completely useful to do a different campaign with. So list management is going to be important. However, what I want to do and give you with your subscription is when you first sign up, you will get 3 million list to get started, and then 1 million additionally every month. This will give you an extremely good base to get going, because that's quite a few contact forms. And I know most of you don't have the type of operation that I have here, and most likely you're going to be starting off with one copy of GSA website contact. Now, that being said, not only am I going to supply a master list for each 1 million, but that list I will also supply in split versions. So you'll actually get the master and 10 files where they've been broken down into increments 100,000. And that's so for those of you that don't have Scrapebox yet, you are ready to go. You don't have to worry about sorting your list from previous campaigns, because you're always going to have a fresh list, and you don't need Scrapebox to get started, even to split your list, because they're ready to go. You'll be able to load them in 100,000 increments for your campaigns. Lock and load, one click and go once your campaign is set up. Now, just to give you a visual so you understand visually what I'm explaining, once you create a project and you're ready to go, you're going to have to import your list from a file. So what I do is I keep my lists in a directory, and for example, there is a master list that is the full list, and then that list is split into 10 different files here or more, as you can see in this case, and each file contains 100,000. So all you have to do is select one file, lock and load, imported 100,000 URLs, and assuming you have your proxies, your capture breakers, and your campaign set up, all you have to do is click start, send message, and you are off and running. No list sorting, no cleaning, none of that. However, in the back end of the website, once you are a subscribed member, you will have access to additional information that I'm going to be adding quickly that will help explain the best approaches onto managing your lists, especially for you guys that are just starting out. You got one system, you're anxious to get going, you've got your GSA website contact, you've got GSA capture breaker, X-Evil or some other capture breaker, and you've got some proxies. And I'm going to outline in my next video a quick start guide process to do a power operation where you can run 100,000 campaign every day. So even if you've got a day job, you can do your work at night, get your campaign running, and let it run while you're off doing your day job. And then over time, we'll work with how you're going to use Scrapebox eventually. Because of course, like I said, these lists are going to have value beyond the normal time frame, especially like if you do affiliate marketing. And that's because you're going to want to take those lists and use them for other campaigns. So as you grow your operation, you start to make money, you're maybe going to expand and go to a second box. And ultimately, you will need Scrapebox down the road. You may not have the time and resources to do your own scraping because, it takes time to master all these processes. And developing lists is a multi-stage process of different approaches of scraping. It takes big keyword lists and very creative approaches to glean out the websites and get a sufficient quantity because I can scrape like 10 million, but when I get done removing all the duplicates and duplicate URLs and get it all down, you wind up with about 100,000, and then those lists have to be managed against lists that you have sent before, because even when you get into doing your own scraping and building your own content list potentially down the road, you're not going to want to do the same lists, the same websites that you've done before. And these lists will have long-term value in your arsenal because you'll be able to run other affiliate campaigns. You may run something really good that you're getting traction with and run it for a month, 2 months, and burn it out, and you'll move on to the next thing. And when that happens, you will have sufficient lists to order to be able to take those lists and re-verify them, make sure that the contact forms are still active, and put them to work again for you on the next project. Now, when you go to the order form page, you'll be asked to create a username and a password. That will be used for you to log in, okay? It's a standard order form, and you will go through PayPal and subscribe on a monthly basis. Afterwards, within a few hours, we'll have your pages created in the back end and your downloads available for you. You'll get an email and you'll be able to then log in and use your start downloading your list and get started. In the coming days and weeks, I will be adding most certainly private videos for you guys with some extra added instructions, because my objective here for you guys is to help provide you a streamlined process for you that are just getting started. You want to get into this, you want to do GSA website contact, you've got one computer that you want to dedicate. I'm going to lay out the quick start guide strategy, your expenses, what you need, what you're going to need in minimal and proxies, the most cost-effective approach, and how you can get started. No scrape box required, just the minimal softwares and proxies, and get off and running. And so that you can start to generate income. Because once that happens, it's a building process. 10 years ago when I got back into doing more development work and SEO more on a full-time level again, I started small when I came here. I had one laptop and a cell phone, and now 30 systems and 5 smart TVs and tablets and cell phones, and it's all built out of necessity, but it's a step-by-step process, and you need to get that first one going, and that's what I'm really hoping to lay out here. Then, coming next month, we will have the GSA search engine ranker list available. So I'm working on that right now, and I'm going to take the same approach where I want to help you be able to take advantage of both of these two most powerful GSA softwares and get yourself working in a fashion that you can be extremely effective, get your operations running the way that you want quickly and cost effectively. And over time, you'll find yourself, like one gentleman left a comment that he said, I remind him of him in the sense that he had a similar setup, used a lot of the same software, and I think he said he had 11 systems or something like that. And that's how people get started. Some people start with the, using a VPN and remote, but in the long run, that's not the most effective approach, from a financial standpoint. I find that the best, most cost-effective approach is to build your operation in-home. You could start with one system, and I want to lay that strategy out for you. And sorry, I just misspoke in that last clip where I said some people start out with a VPN. I meant a VPS, where they use a remote Windows system. And what we want to do here, and what I want to provide for you, is a roadmap. Like when you buy lists from other sites for, say, GSA Search Engine Ranker, or even lists for GSA website contact, you're just getting the list. What I want to do is give you the roadmap on how to really make it work and make it work effectively. On the back end, once you got membership, I'll be fast moving to get a lot more features, and then we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that a lot of you will get on board. We'll develop a community. I've also installed a forum that I may just expand just for the guys who take membership. And this way we'll have a community where you guys can kind of even get together and share information and help each other out, along where I'll be able to have a central location to give you guidance and answer any questions and help you get over any snags. Because, I want you to be successful with this thing just like I am. And, it's an investment. It's an investment of time, and you can go a long, painful road of learning on your own, or you can have some guidance that really tries to get you there in an honest, real-world fashion. Because, look, guys, you're not going to make $4,000 a day and $1,000 a day and all these crazy things that guys say. But you can do pretty well and build a very profitable operation and be involved in using a range of softwares. Now, this next video coming up, I'm going to do the fast guide for a single operation with GSA website contact, expenses, etc. We will have several Scrapebox videos, and I'm about to launch the RankerX video, which I think you're going to really enjoy. RankerX is a great product, and it's gotten a little better now because it also integrates with ChatGPT, or actually OpenAI, for generating articles into it. But there was a few snags with that, and I had to actually, work through some issues, and then we're going to go through that. I'll do a quick start tutorial with that, and then we'll do something a little more in-depth following that. And then we'll be getting back into GSA next month as I come online with the GSA lists to try to really break down the smart approaches on how to handling that software and the specific platforms that it provides. That's it for now, guys. GSA website contact form lists are now available. Come sign up, join the community. Let's make it happen. Let's start that first step to you guys making success with these type of things.